Hello, my dear students. I welcome you all in the lecture series of Module 1st of Measure of Dispersion, which is the third unit of the course Business Statistics. Myself, Muhammad Ashraf, Assistant Professor in Commerce. In this lecture, we will discuss in detail measures of dispersion. In statistics, the measure of central tendency gives a single value that represents the whole value. However, the central tendency cannot describe the observations fully. The measure of dispersion helps us to study the variability of the items. Measuring dispersion is important to validate the claims like the rich are getting richer and poor are getting poorer. Assume that we measured the incomes of a random sample of population in the year 2000 and again in the year 2015. In this case, mean is not important to answer the questions because it can be the case that the two distributions have the same mean but different dispersion of data, which is more important to answer the question. Now we will discuss meaning and definition of dispersion. In a statistical sense, dispersion has two meanings. First, it measures the variation of the items among themselves, and second, it measures the variation around the average. If the difference between the value and average is high, the dispersion will be high, otherwise it will be low. According to Dr. Bowley, dispersion is the measure of the variation between items. In the words of Brooks and Dick, dispersion or spread is the degree of the scatter or variation of the variables about the central value. Researchers use this technique because it determines the reliability of the average. Dispersion also helps a researcher in comparing two or more series. It is also the facilitating technique to many other statistical techniques like correlation, regression, structural equation modeling, etc. In statistics, dispersion has two major types. The first is the absolute measure, which measures the dispersion in the same statistical unit. The second type is relative measure of dispersion, which measures the ratio unit. Dispersion is used to measure the variability in the data or to see how spread out the data is. It measures how much the scores in a distribution vary from the typical score. So once we know the typical score of a set of values, we might want to know how typical it is of the entire group of data, or how much the scores vary from that typical score. This is measured by dispersion. When dispersion is low, the central tendency is more accurate or more representative of the data, as majority of the data points are near the typical value, thus resulting in low dispersion and vice versa. Now let us understand properties of a good measure of dispersion. A good measure of dispersion should possess the following properties. It should be capable of treating it by algebraic or statistical techniques. It should be easy to calculate, that is, by simple methods. It should be easy to understand, that is, even a layman must understand about its message or what it demonstrates. It must not be affected by different samples or fluctuations of sampling. Every sample should give same type of information. It should be based on all the observation of the series. It should not be affected by extreme values. Now let us understand importance or objectives of computing dispersion. The measure of central tendency, namely arithmetic mean, median, mode, or geometric mean, gives central point of the distribution and provides some understanding of the data. But this information is not enough for good understanding of the data. We should also know the variability present in the data. In order to understand the variability, there is need of measure of dispersion. The importance of computing dispersion is discussed in these points. First point is to use other statistical methods. After getting value of dispersion, we can proceed to other techniques such as to locate correlation or lines of regression. Second point is comparative study. We are in the general habit of comparison, may it be income, weight, height, or temperature. To achieve the required degree of result, one tries to compare the variability in the data. Measures of dispersion gives a single value indicating the degree of consistency or uniformity of distribution. This single value helps us in making comparison of various distributions. The smaller the magnitude of dispersion, higher is the consistency or uniformity, and vice versa. Third point is reliability of an average. A small value of dispersion means low variation between observations and average. It means the average is a good representative of observations and is very reliable. A higher value of dispersion means greater deviation among the observations. In this case, the average is not good reliable, good representative and cannot be considered reliable. Fourth point is control the variability. Different measures of dispersion provides us data of variability from different angles, and this knowledge can prove helpful in controlling the variation. Especially in the financial analysis of business and medical, these measures of dispersion can prove very useful. Now let us go through some limitations of computing dispersion. They are liable to misinterpretations and wrong generalizations by statisticians of various character. They are liable to yield inappropriate results as there are different methods of calculating the dispersions. They may give a value of variation which may not be practically found with the items of the series. They by themselves cannot give any idea about the symmetricity or skewed character of a series. Like the measures of central tendency, most of the measures of dispersion do not give a convincing idea about the series to a layman. Thank you.